All right, unfortunately, this has to be part two of something like removing water spots off ceramic coating using Sud Factory water spot killer, something like that. But as I was taking the phone off the stand, I killed it. I probably spent about 10-15 minutes. I went back over the spot by in front of the washer just to see if I could get it a little bit better. I'm going to take you in now. This is the after, right? So here we are right back by that washer, and same lighting. Lighting hasn't changed at all. There is a ever so light outline right there. You can still, these are paint correction lights, right? 5000K blue, double bulb. Is it 100% perfect? No. That little one right there on the edge of that character line looks a little deeper. I probably didn't rub the inside of the character line. Here I'm going to take you up in the fender, right? We showed you where I actually did 2 treatments before I showed you. I did just kind of a light on a microfiber towel, and it did really well. So I put a little more on the microfiber and rubbed, and they really all came out. And I think the key to this, I'll bring you right, here we are at the front, right? So I'll throw you off. So right here is where the water spots were before. And by my eyeball, I went back over this spot again after the initial wipe down. And I have to say, there we are with where my light stand goes. I think it's really, might have picked up a little bit of micro marring there. This on the fender, this was, that was coated 3 years ago. It was really only, I think, rated at 1 or 2 years initially. I don't really even quite remember. It's been so long. And then the Shield Pro, I think that was just rated at like 2 years, 3 years maybe. Now there's T2 and T3, although I think T2 jumped out. But anyway, check out Dallas Paint Correction. He's got a lot of great coatings. If you're looking to remove water spots on ceramics, in my mind, this greatly diminishes them. Is it 100%, on 4-month-old deep, water spotting? Well, I seriously think you could make yourself or your client very happy by, instead of charging them for a full polish out, and then if it's ceramic coated, you're talking about having to re-ceramic coat it and all that. Instead, spray some of this on, let it sit there, try and keep it damp. I would keep going over it with something, like an applicator pad. I went over about a quarter I doubled, on the fender area and on that washer area. I don't even think I used half an ounce for all of that. So, with a 16-ounce bottle, you could do several complete cars, no problem. I would say work in small areas and thoroughly wash the car. Just using the O&R in the sprayer, I was really having to go over it a number of times to get the product up. It gets a little sticky when it dries out. It's a little bit hard to work with. Nothing too terrible at all. I'm actually really happy with this. These water spots, I was like, okay, I know I shouldn't be doing this, but I like to do real world stuff on my own vehicle and then have to fix and solve the problem. I purposely did this knowing I was going to have water spots. I am going to polish out this whole car again and do another coating. This car is, for all intents and purposes, my real world tester. I love Scott HD with all of his tests on the hoods and all that, but this is, real world washing, real world driving, real world, I've got some, I do a lot of rinseless with distilled water in my Kraus and Becker airless paint sprayer. You can see there, use that thing all the time. There we go. And love that. There's the hose for it. It's got the paint gun. It's a 50-foot hose I bought, not using the one that comes with it. That is from Harbor Freight. I've been using that thing for 1.5 to 2 years. It's flawless. Distilled water, I'm looking into a DI system to have here at the house and, drop the $500 and have the resins and go through all that. With the airless paint sprayer, you'll wash a whole big vehicle in about 2 or 3 gallons of water. A small vehicle, probably 1.5 gallons like this. And I just shoot it, dwell it with the ONR in the distilled water that I buy 1 gallon at a time from Walmart for $1 a piece. But for $2 or $3 in water cost, it's well worth it not to have to, think about that stuff at all. So highly advise. Airless paint sprayers just, conserve so much water. You don't have to worry about water spotting at all. And that's how I solve this problem. But I would like to have, a hose ready, pressure washer ready solution to the hard water. So anyway, I thank you. Let's go as promised. I'm gonna I haven't seen this, so this is all. I'm gonna put a towel down here. I think that's an old style creature when they were green and blue. I think you can still get those. I think they changed to gray. So I'm gonna pour it on the same area. Same water behavior. Just rolls right off. It might be even a little better. Oh, there it went off the edge. Man, that thing just shot across the hood. It's kind of amazing that it even got more hydrophobic after using that. And this is the spot that I double dosed. Whoops, really went overboard there. But look, that water is just going. That's not flat at all. That is just leaving the paint. Now it's real flat right there. So you do have some beading, some big, huge beads. But then again, you're pouring water on it. When I misted the water, you can get those real small, nice, tight beads. So it looks good. It looks like I'm saying with the water movement when you pour water on it, to my mind, I don't see any kind of diminished water behavior. I don't think that this damaged the ceramic coating whatsoever. So pretty cool there. I'm going to go ahead and button this up, and then I am going to, this is the old version or the new version of Kingsguard from Dallas Paint Correction. This is the TK6. It's a 6-month titanium ceramic topper for his ceramic coatings. He also has TK8, which can be diluted 50-50. I sound like I'm not working for a Dallas Paint Correction, but I do love those guys, and I love Scott. He does a lot of great work. Love him, hate him. I don't care. Makes great products. And until next time, I will see you on the flip side. Give me a thumbs up if you've made it this far. Do appreciate it. Comment, like, share, do the things you need to do. I'm slowly plodding towards 1,000 subscriptions. I'd like to get there someday, but really it's no big deal to me. I make these videos more for myself than anybody, but I do appreciate you hanging in to the 10-minute mark on part 2. You rock. Till next time, enjoy making your vehicles beautiful.